Hi everybody, welcome back and thank you so much for all the support that you have shown on my previous videos. I am very thankful for that. But if you're new here, my name is Pratiksha Bakrola. I make videos about Leetcode solution and system design concepts. If you are interested in that sort of things, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button. This question has been previously asked in a Google and Amazon interview. Well, you are given two non-empty linked lists and it represents two non-negative integers. The digits are stored in reverse order and each node contains one single digit. We have to add the two numbers represented by these linked lists and return the sum as a new linked list. Now we can assume that the two numbers do not contain any leading zero. So let's think of a brute force solution. If we were to add two numbers, we would start by adding these two numbers first and then add the rest of the numbers in this direction. But since the linked list represents the number in reverse order, our number 342 is represented as 2, 4, 3. And similarly, the second number 465 is represented as 5, 6, 4. So in this case, we still want to add these two numbers first and then add the numbers in this direction. So when we add these two numbers, we're going to need a place to store that. So let's create our new node and let's call it result. Let's say list node result equal to new list node, and let's point it to -1. We need to return a linked list. We will also need a pointer to traverse through the linked list. So let's go ahead and create that list node. Let's call it temp and let's make that pointer point to the same place as result. We can continue to add these two numbers as long as list 1 or list 2 have values. So let's go ahead and write the loop for that. While list 1 is not equal to null or list 2 is not equal to null. When we total these two numbers, we're going to need a place to store that. So let's declare a variable called sum equal to 0. So sum is equal to L1.val plus L2.val. When we wrote this piece of code, we created a new list node with -1 here and we called it result. And then we also created a temporary pointer to traverse through the list and pointed it to the same node. Now we need to add this total into the result list. So let's create a new node and that will have the sum 5 plus 2, 7. So let's do the coding for that. New list node of sum. So we have created a new node with that and we want to link it with the existing result node. So we want to make this connection now. So we will say temp.next is equal to new result node. So now we got this connection. Now we want to change the pointer temp to this node. So let's go ahead and write temp is equal to temp.next. Now you want to add these two numbers. Okay, so you no longer want to point the L1 to here, you want to make that point to this node. And similarly, the L2 should now point to these nodes. So L1 equal to L1.next and L2 equal to L2.next. So because L1 and L2 both have values, none of them are null, so it will go through the loop again and try to add those two numbers. In this case, sum is equal to the number 4, which is L1.value, plus the number 6, which is L2.value, which is equal to 10. So now in sum we have more than one digit. That means we only need this portion to be added into the result node and we have to carry this portion into the next step where we do the addition. So let's call it carry. Now this is not accommodated in our existing code, so let's go ahead and modify our code to account for this scenario. We will check if sum is less than or equal to 9, then our existing condition will work. So as you can see, sum is an integer type, so we cannot just simply take one character out unless we convert that into a string. So let's go ahead and do that. String value of sum dot character at 1. That will give us this character. So now we have extracted the number 0 from the integer, and we need to add that into a new node. But if you can see, the node also contains the value integer, so we now need to convert it back to integer. So I'll say integer dot parse int, and then I'll supply this value. Now integer.parseInt takes string as a parameter, so we now need to add an empty string to convert this character into a string. Now we have converted 0 into the integer, but we also need to create a node and add that 0 here. So let's say new list node and pass this value to the node. So now we have created this portion, but we now want to link it to our result. So to do this portion, we will say temp.next equal to the new node. We also want to change the temp to point to the latest node. Temp equal to temp.next. So now we took care of this portion. We still have to now take care of the carry. So let's declare a new variable, int carry equal to 0, and let's say carry is equal to, so to set the value for carry, we need to extract the value 1 from the integer sum, exact same way how we did for 0. But the only difference is that this will be the character at 0th index. So now we have set the carry. Rest of the code, L1 equal to L1.next, which means now this pointer is now pointing at number 3, and this pointer is pointing here. Okay, so now L1 is pointing to the last node, and L2 is also pointing at the last node. That is because of this code. Now L1 and L2, none of those lists are empty, so the code will still go back to our while loop, and it will try to do the total of L1 and L2. But we also have to add the value of carry. So we will say carry plus L1 plus L2. So now when we add sum is equal to carry, which is equal to 1, plus the value of L1, which is 3, and the value at L2 pointer, which is 4, and so the value of sum is now equal to 8. So our sum is still less than 9, so we will create the new node of sum. So let's create a new node, and the value of sum is 8, and then the temp.next will create the link between these two nodes, and then temp.next will change the pointer from here to point to the latest node. Now let's look at this code. Now L1 will move on to the next pointer, which is equal to null, and then L2 doesn't have next element, so L2 is now also pointing to null. So L2 is now pointing to null, and L1 is also pointing to null. So the condition in the while loop is no longer satisfied, so it will exit the loop. But if you look here, our addition is also complete. So this is our result right now, but if you remember, we added a dummy node in the beginning. So all we need to do right now is to return this list. So we can do result is equal to result.next and return that value. So now we have solved this particular example. But we haven't covered all the edge cases. If the list 1 and list 2 have two different sizes, meaning if we had one more element here, then our code will not work. In that case, let's go ahead and traverse the code and find out the problem. So list 1 is now null, so this condition is no longer satisfied, but list 2 is not null, so this condition is satisfied. So sum is equal to carry plus list 1 value plus list 2 value. So sum is equal to carry, which is equal to 0 right now, and value for list 1, which is equal to null, plus the value for list 2, which is equal to 1. Now your compiler will not be able to add the value null in a mathematical operation. So your compiler will not like this. Let's create two variables, int val1, initialize it to 0, and int val2, also initialize that to 0. Now val1 equal to, now we're going to use a ternary operator, and we're going to check if the value of list 1 is null, then we're going to set that to 0. That way our mathematical operation goes through. So val1 equal to L1 null, then we will set it to 0, otherwise we will set the L1 dot val. Okay, so this is a ternary operator. What we're doing here is evaluating this condition. If the list 1 is null, then value 1 equal to 0. So this is the true condition, and if this condition is false, then the val1 will receive the value of L1 dot val. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing for val2 equal to L2 equal to null question mark 0 colon L2 dot val. We don't want to add this val used directly here, so we're going to say val1 and val2. So now this will become 0 plus 0 plus 1, and your mathematical operation will go in fine. Now the value of sum is equal to 1. So this is our result when we did not have the value 1 in the list 2. Now our value of sum is equal to 1, so sum less than or equal to 9 condition will be satisfied, and it will try to create a new node with the value sum. So right now sum is 1, so it will create a new node with value 1. Now temp.next equal to the new node, that will create a link from this node to this node, and temp equal to temp.next will change the temp pointer from here to point to here. This else portion will not get executed, and we will move on to the next statement, L1 equal to L1.next. So L1 is already null, so when you try to go next of null, your compiler will not like that, and that's why this statement will result in error. So we're going to do the same thing that we did for value 1 and value 2 with the list 1 and list 2 here as well. Before we assign the value, we will check if L1 is already null. If L1 is equal to null, then we keep the value null itself, and if it's not null, then point it to the next node. And we are going to do the same thing for the L2. L2 equal to null. If it's null, then leave it pointed to null, otherwise move on to the next node. So there is one more edge case that we have not covered, and let's look at it with this example. Let's say you have already done this result node. It's pointing to -1, and then it's pointing to the node 4, and then it's pointing to the value 8, and then now you have value 9 and 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and traverse through the code to understand where the code will go wrong. So while list 1 has value and list 2 has value, so the condition in the while loop will satisfy. In this case, val1 will become 9, and then val2 will be 3. And then sum is equal to carry, which is 0, plus val1, which is 9, plus val2, which is 3. Okay, so now this will return the value 12. Now sum is equal to 12. Now 12 is not less than or equal to 9, so this condition will not satisfy. So we will go here on this portion where we will take this character and add it at the end of the result, just like how we did in all the other past cases. With this statement, temp will point to the last node. So this will be our carry. Now we will get out of the else condition and then move the pointers L1 to point to the next node, which is null. We will also point the L2 pointer to null. Now the code will go back to executing the while statement, and it will evaluate that condition where L1 is also null and L2 is also null. So none of this condition will satisfy. So we will get out of the while loop. Now the next statement is the returning result. We still have a carry that is outstanding. Okay, so this is not a correct result. We still need to add the value 1 into the result list. So let's go ahead and account for that one. Let's see, if carry is greater than 0, then temp.next equal to new list node of carry Also, remember one thing, when you add carry into the sum, you have to reset the variable of carry. Now let's go ahead and submit our code. As you can see, our result has been accepted. And if you want to further optimize this code, you can change the if-else condition using the 2 mathematical operations that I have listed in the comments below. If you were able to follow what I was saying, say yes in the comments below and give me a thumbs up. And if you're not able to understand, say no in the comments. That way I know where to emphasize more in the next videos. If you want to do more Leetcode problems, here is the playlist. And if you want to do system design concepts, here is the playlist for that. Thank you so much for watching.